Hi, welcome back to Big Blue Canopy Live. I'm Katy, an occupational therapist at Big Blue Canopy. This is my daughter, Izzy. She's going to be helping us out today with some activities. Our activities today are going to build a little bit on some stuff that Miss Patty did on Friday. We're going to talk a little bit about translation, where you move an object into and out of your palm, and we're going to talk a little bit about shifting objects in the activities that we're going to do today. So let me show you what I pulled together. The activities that we have for today are things that you probably have sitting around your house that you can use to build these activities. So I have a Pringles can that I cut holes into the top, and then I colored it with different colors so that we can work on some matching, following directions. I also have a lemonade can that I cut some slits into the top that we're going to use to do some activities with. But any container that you have that has a lid, so like a disposable Tupperware container, any kind of container that food or the powders came in, like the lemonade, you can use any of that to make a container to work on these tasks. So like I said, the throwaway Tupperware containers, anything like that will work. I also have an empty egg carton. You can use an egg carton or a ice tray, works great. We have the pipe cleaners that we're going to use. We have some coins that we're going to use, some buttons in different sizes. I have some small buttons and some bigger buttons. Make sure your child is safe if you're going to be using the buttons or the coins. You want to make sure that they're old enough and it's safe for them to be able to use those items. So we're going to actually start with our egg carton. And I like using the egg carton or an empty ice tray because when you're having kids take stuff out of them, it's really hard for them to put that whole hand in there and take objects out. It pushes them to use that pincher, which is one of the skills we're trying to refine. So it really encourages them to take and use that pincher to take those objects out so we can refine and build that skill. So I'm going to have Izzy take out one of our little pom-poms that we have in there, and we're going to put it in here. So for your younger kids that you're just trying to teach the pincher skills to, you can just have them pinch it and put it in. You don't have to color code it. You can just have different size holes or different shapes in here that they can put stuff in. As they get older, you can start to work on matching. So whatever color pom-pom Izzy takes out, she has a green one, she's going to match to the green and push that into the hole. So now we're working on color matching. The next step you can work on would be starting to get them to recognize colors. So I may tell her, Izzy, I want you to get a blue one. Can you get a blue one and put it in for me? And then again, she's going to match it to that blue slot on the container. Once they can do that, you can work on adding multiple steps. So you can have her I would like you to get a red pom-pom and then a green pom-pom and put those in for me, and kind of put your hand up so they can you can see them. Yep, putting that into your hand. And then you can put them in. So that's that translation piece that Miss Patty was talking about on Friday, is picking that object up and being able to then use your fingertips to move it into your palm and then move that piece back out to your fingertips. All right, so that's what you can do with this one with the pom-poms. You can also use the pipe cleaners. So this is another one Patty talked about, is that shift. So being able to use your fingertips and your fingers to shift that down and shift that up, so you can practice that skill and then have them match and put it into the container in the correct spot. You got it. Good job. So any kind of objects, you can use little game pieces, you can use different colored Legos, buttons, any kind of little toys that you have laying around. You can work on sorting and matching and color identification with this one. The other one I had was the lemonade can. So I cut a couple different size slots in the top. So this can work on a little bit of reasoning as well as fine motor skills. So I'm going to have Izzy just pick up any button she wants, and then she's going to have to put it into the correct slot. So she grabbed a big button. If she tries to put this big button into one of these smaller slots, it's not going to go in. So we're working on some visual skills. We're still working on that pincher skill, some reasoning. So you can also use these to work on the color identification. So I may say, Izzy, I want you to get a red button. And she can look through the buttons, find a red one, hold it up there, we have a red one, and then find the right slot to put it in. Using the slots in the lids help a lot with pincher strength as well, because you have to maintain that pinch and then be able to maintain it and push it through that slot. Some of them are really hard. The more you use the lid, the looser your holes are going to get. But it really helps them to have to maintain that pincher grasp and really push that into that hole. You can also work on the multiple step directions with this one. So I can have Izzy, we also have some coins here. So Izzy, can you get a nickel and then a quarter? So store that nickel, hold that hand up there so they can see, store it into your palm, and then get a quarter, and then you can put the quarter in there first. Good job. And then that nickel. Good job. So when you're working on this, if you do color the lid of one of your containers, I recommend that you take the lid off and you color the inside. That way, while the kids are putting stuff in, they're not rubbing off that color and getting it all over their hands and all over your furniture. But like I said, you can use any container. You can work on color identification, sorting, multiple step directions. And if you have 2 different aged siblings at home, it's a great activity. You can have one picking up the pom-poms and just matching colors, while the other one you're having them for their turn do 2-step directions. So they're great and easy little activities you can use at home with any kind of small toy or object that you guys have. If you have any questions for us, please reach out to us on our website at bigbluecanopy.com or on our Facebook page. If there's any ideas or treatment activities you guys are interested in seeing, please shoot us an email and just let us know what those ideas are, and we'll see what we can put together. I hope everybody is healthy and doing well, and we will see you again tomorrow. Thanks.